Order. We will begin by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Join me for a moment of silence and reflection, please. Thank you. We'll begin by the approval of minutes from October 14th. We had a number of budget meetings and then the October 16th budget meetings.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We've approved the minutes from the October 14 and October 16 meetings. We do have a request for public discussion. Steve Campbell is here to give a report on the Scenic Regional Library. He may come forward at this time.
Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome back, Mr.
Yeah.
Stotts.
Thank you. Yeah.
Haven't seen you since Jefferson City.
Been a while. Yeah. So,
Yeah. I told everybody I would keep this to 15 minutes, so I got my timer on here. The Scenic Regional Library is required to submit its annual report to each of our county commissions, our 4 county commissions each year by the end of October. So the last several years, I've been presenting these in person. I'll go through each section here. So on page 2, you can see our library district. We serve all of Gasconade County, all of Warren County, all of Franklin County, with the exception of the Washington City Library. And we also serve a small amount of Crawford County, which is in the portion of Sullivan that's in Crawford County is part of our district as well. So we serve 129,000 people. And you can see on page 4, we have 9 branches. When I started at the library in 2012, we had 7 branches, but during our construction project, we added another branch in Wright City. And then the Sullivan City Library joined us in 2015. So we currently now have 9 branches. We have 4 board members from each of our counties, giving us a total of 12, and then 1 from that little bit of Crawford County. So a total of 13 board members. And they're shown on page 5. As you may have recalled, we went to voters in 2014 and had a tax increase, our first tax increase since 1959. And with that money, we renovated and expanded and rebuilt all our branches in all 9 locations. So all our buildings were built between 2018 and 2022. So they're all very new, brand new facilities. On page 6, you can see last year we had 346,000 people visit our branches. We issued over 6,000 new library cards, and we reached about 14,000 people through outreach. We have a gallery, an art gallery at our Herman branch. It is not funded with taxpayer money. We operate that through fundraising, through Missouri Humanity Council grants, and through the sale of the artwork at the gallery. The library has a 1/3 cut. We do a new show in the gallery. It's a 2,000 square foot gallery. We do a new show every 3 months. We have between 80 and 120 pieces of artwork in the gallery at any given time. And we've had as many as 200 people for the opening receptions at those galleries, including Representative Sassman. He's been to multiple of our opening receptions for the gallery. And we've had artists as far away as Europe submit artwork for the gallery. So it's free to the public. It's at our Herman branch. If you're ever in Herman, I encourage you to drop by. It's a really great gallery, free to the public. You can see throughout the report, we get lots of quotes from the public in our comment boxes and our social media, and we use those in our annual reports. You can see on page 8, this one quote is, "I love this library. You guys are always so friendly. from one of our union patrons, so we include those in our annual report each year. You can also see here, we belong to a consortium of libraries, 75 libraries around the state called Missouri Evergreen. So if someone comes in any of our branches and we don't have a particular book or CD or audiobook that they want, we can request it from another library around the state and have it sent to us for free. And we borrowed 52,000 items last year for our patrons from these other libraries. And we also lent 40,000 items to other libraries for their patrons. So we've belonged to that since 2014. It's a great organization. We also, of course, move material between our branches, our 9 branches, and we have moved about 37,000 items last year between our branches using our courier. And that's, of course, to get things to people that they need that we don't have at that location. Last year, we checked out 422,000 items system-wide. We also, as you know, things are moving more digital. We checked out 289,000 ebooks, audiobooks, and digital music last year. So that's now about a third of our circulation. So a lot of people are like, well, libraries don't need to exist anymore. Now I have ebooks and the audiobooks. I can just get those from home. Well, oftentimes they're paying for those if they get them from home. They can still get those from the library for free. And we checked out, like I said, 290,000 ebooks and the audiobooks that people can download from home on our website for free with their library card. We also have received on page 9, we have partnerships with many organizations. For example, we partner with the Missouri Department of Conservation to check out fishing poles. We have partnered with the American Heart Association, check out blood pressure cuffs, the a memory or an Alzheimer's organization in St. Louis that slips my mind right now to check out memory kits, which are to help families that have parents or grandparents that have Alzheimer's. It's Aging Ahead. That's the organization. It's a senior citizen organization. So we've partnered with lots of different organizations to check out these specialty items. We have everything from binoculars to cake pans to telescopes, and we check out hundreds and hundreds of those a year as well. We received grants from the Missouri State Library for a self-check machine at every branch. I personally hate self-check. I don't want to use it when I go to Walmart or anywhere else, but we have one at every branch for people who do like that. A lot of times the kids like checking out books with self-check, and we do about 25% of all our checkouts using self-check. People do it themselves. On page 10, you can see we have meeting rooms at all our locations. We have all our programs and events and story times in those meeting rooms. We've also have any group you can possibly imagine uses our meeting room, from Boy and Girl Scout groups to businesses up in Warrenton. They opened up that meat processing plant. They did all their interviews for their employees at our Warrenton branch. The Highway Patrol Department uses our Warrenton branch twice a month to do all the driver's tests for teenagers and the written tests and also the driving test out of our Warrenton branch. They actually close their office down and they use the library for that now, save them, I'm assuming, a lot of money. We have blood drives, the American Red Cross does at our branches. We have Chamber of Commerce's that meet at our offices. We have people that actually use our study rooms. They work from home, or they own their own business, and they actually just work right out of our study rooms in the library. So our meeting rooms got used almost 1,700 times last year by different civic organizations and groups and businesses. So the libraries are very heavily used in that way. Our computer usage is declining, actually, because so many people have devices now. So we only had our computers used about 23,000 times last year. We're actually reducing the number we have. But our wireless usage continues to grow. We had over 55,000 people use our wireless last year. We even have police often park in our parking lot after hours and use our Wi-Fi to do their reports, to file their reports in the parking lots from their cars. So our Wi-Fi gets used. There's no password required. You don't have to have a library card to use it. Anyone can log on and use that. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit here onto page 12. We have databases that people can use for free with a library card, and a lot of these are databases that they're familiar with. For example, one's a Value Line. It's an investment database that people often pay for to research stocks and bonds when they're doing investments. We offer that to people for free with their library card. They can access it from home and research their stocks and bonds. You can see our business databases were searched 167,000 times last year, which was the most of what we offer. We also have newspapers. People can do research using historical newspapers that they can access from home digitally. We have genealogy databases. For example, like Ancestry.com people use, they can get it from us for free using their library card. We pay for that. We also have a foreign language database similar to Rosetta Stone called Pronunciator, where people can log on and learn a foreign language from home as well. So we have lots of these databases, and they were searched by our patrons from home using their computers or devices over 300,000 times last year. You can see on page 13, we often invite legislators to come and read at story times during our summer reading program. And you can see last year we had 4 different state representatives, or 3 different state representatives read to our kids at story time. So we appreciate their support, of course. On page 14, we do a lot of outreach to nursing homes and senior citizen centers. We have an individual that provides outreach programming at these facilities. So she visited 210 nursing homes, adult daycares, senior citizen centers in 2024-25 and reached over 2,600 seniors. Often they receive no programming or visitors whatsoever. So we are a big part of their lives when we visit their facilities once a month. We also, we know a lot of kids have both parents working now, and they're unable to get to the library during daytime. They're, when I was a kid, my mother was home with us, but now that's not the case anymore. So we go out and visit daycares and preschools. We visited over 276 last year. We do the story times we do at the library at the daycares and preschools. And we visited over 276 of those last year, reaching 11,000 kids and their teachers. So we bring the library to those people who can't get to the library. We also do a lot of adult programming, this is up 6.3% this year. We did over 573 programs for adults. These are free. You don't have to have a library card for them. They are everything you can imagine, from cooking programs to local history programs. And we had over 8,300 adults attend these at our 9 branches last year. So large number. Also, everyone thinks of the library, they always think of children's programs. We had over 1,000 children's programs last year, 1,000, and 35 to be exact. And over 25,000 children and teens attended these. These include story time, summer reading programs, and things like that. Let's see how much time I got. 5 minutes. Our teacher assistance program, we will, if a teacher, including homeschool teachers and including, we won't deliver to their house, but including private school teachers and public school teachers, if a teacher, say, is doing a section in the classroom on planets, they can send a request to us and say, I need 50 books or 48 books and 2 DVDs on planets. And we'll pull those and deliver them to their classroom for them. And then when they're done with them after 2 weeks, we'll pick them up and bring them back to the library. So we offer this program. It's growing. We only did about 70 teacher requests last year and checked out to these teachers about 2,300 items, but we're trying to get the word out. It is growing. Like I said, we will also pull these items for homeschool parents. They just won't get delivered to their house if they pick them up at the library. We have a program called 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. It's very important that kids read or parents read to their kids before school, because the more books a child is read to before they start school, the better they do in school. So we want to help schools, whether it's a public school, a private school, it doesn't matter. So from ages 0 to 5, we encourage parents to read 1,000 books to their kids, which sounds like a huge number. But as you know, kids' picture books are real small. You can read like 3 of them to them before bedtime at night very easily. So over the course of the year, if you just read 3 books to your kid each night, in the course of 1 year, you can read 1,000 books to your kid. So we have over 845 parents and kids participating in this program right now. And so far, 61 have completed that program. And of course, as we know, as research shows, those 61 kids are going to do much better in school than the kids who don't do that. So we are really trying to get a lot of parents to participate in this program, because it's very important to prepare them for school and get them to read. So they have 5 years to do this program, but in theory, they could really complete it in about a year if they wanted. We offer passport services, so we will fill out passport applications for people. We did over 1,900 passports last year. They have the local post offices in town that do it, but we're open evening hours when people are not at work, and we're also open full day on Saturdays, so we offer more hours than the post office does for passports. We also do the photos right in the library, and we did over 1,700 photos, so we're kind of a one-stop shop for passports. Passport traffic is increasing dramatically for us. We have to charge, the government requires us to collect a $25 fee for every passport we do. And I think last year we collected $96,000 just from passport services. We do books by mail. So if you know anyone who's homebound, an elderly person or a person who just had surgery, who cannot leave their house, but they want to use the library, we will mail them in a bag 5 books or CDs or DVDs at a time. They can use them and then mail them back to us at no cost to them. It's really no cost to us for postage either, because the U.S. Postal Service does not charge for postage to send a book to a homebound person. So we don't get charged any postage. It's just our supplies and labor. So we we have about 38 clients that receive books regularly, and we would love to have more. I'm going to jump ahead up to page 19 is our summer reading program. Summer reading program is just like the 1,000 books before kindergarten. It's very important that children read over the summer. If a kid stops reading in May and they don't read all summer, their reading level will decline as much as 6 months. So when they go back to school in the fall, the school has to deal with this problem of these kids being 6 months behind where they left off at in May. So the school has to play catch up. This is a problem experienced by schools all over, which is why summer schools become more of a thing. But only half kids go to summer school. So we want kids to read during the summer. So we offer a lot of awesome programs. We give out prizes. We give out free books. And we try to get kids to read during the summer. So when they start back in school in the fall, their reading level does not decline. We had over 1,200 kids and over 230 teens participate in summer reading program. But frankly, that's not enough. We would love to see more, because the more the kids read during the summer, the better they're going to be prepared for the next school year. So the library really helps support the schools as much as we can, preparing kids for kindergarten as well as preparing them for their next school year. I'm going to jump way ahead because I'm almost out of time to page 22. This is our annual budget. This was actually approved budget, not the expenditures, of course. Our budget last year was about $7.4 million. Of course, as I mentioned, we have about $1.1 million in bonds out of that, paying off the buildings we built in 2018, 2019. So our budget, like I said, about $7.4 million. That is what we use to operate our 9 locations in our 3 counties. On page 23, the final thing I want to show you is what they call a library value calculator. Libraries use this all over the country to calculate what their services are worth. If the library did not exist and everyone who wanted to read a book had to buy the book, anyone who wanted to use a meeting room had to pay for the meeting room, anyone who wanted to use a magazine had to pay for the magazine, what the cost of all that is added up, what they currently use at the library for just their tax money, shows that for every $1 in revenue in tax money a person in our district pays to our library, they get $3.69 back in services as a whole. So they pay, $7.4 million in taxes, and the combined value of all the services we provide in this last year was $27.5 million. So I think libraries are very good uses of taxpayer money and a good return on investment. And when we went to voters in 2014 and asked them for our first tax increase since 1959, we promised to expand services, expand our hours, to provide a lot of things we weren't able to provide, to build new buildings, and we did all those things. So we delivered to voters like we said we were going to. So any questions? That's right at 15 minutes. I did my job.
You're good.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Steve.
Moving on to a couple action items that we have here this morning is the first commission order 2025-302 is the authorization and prepayment of a portion of the county's certificate of participation and series 2018 authorizing certain other documents in connection therein. Trying to get to that document here.
Good morning, guys. Did you have any questions about?
This is the prepayment of the bond, right?
That's correct. Yes.
It did. I mean, it's pretty, the language was didn't really lay that out, kind of participation certificate or whatever. But
Oh.
it's the bond money that we talked about that we're gonna pay early.
Correct. It will come out of Prop P. It's for that additional prepayment that you all approved. And then there's a few documents that we'll need you guys to sign. We have very close time limit on to how to get, I'm getting these back to Gilmore and Bell. So if we can get you guys to sign those, so I can get those back to Gilmore and Bell, and then they can transfer those to the trustee. Get that all set up.
I think we were all in agreement that that was the correct thing to do. We had the resources to do it with,
Yep.
so.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank
I'd
you.
like to hear from the sheriff. You had a good explanation of it.
I was just going to thank Angela. There's a lot of hard work in that, and thank you, gentlemen, too. You know, all of us promise fiscal responsibility, and when we're talking about paying off a taxpayer's note 10 years early because of the conservative decisions that was made, I just want to give a kudos to you guys and Angela, because a lot of hard work, and Mark Piontek for getting the legalese taken care of this. And then, but yeah, I'm excited about that plan to get that paid off. So anyway, just wanted to thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. We've approved Commission Order 2025-302. Next is Commission Order 2025-303, approving the emergency procurement and renovation and repairs to the Franklin County Sheriff's Office.
Make a motion, we approve Commission Order 2025-303.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carries. We've approved 2025-303. Any departmental reports this time? Tim?
Just wanted to do a quick reminder that this Thursday, we're going to have Central Elementary here at 9 o'clock. I don't remember if I asked, but if you have a work session, I would request that you move that to 10:30 instead of 10, because we do use this room. We have three groups that'll be coming through here, and it's going to take about an hour or so. And if you started at 10, we might be in the middle of it. So, you know, if you could do that, but I don't remember if I requested that or not for this Thursday. So, but that's all I have.
Our schedule works, that suits me.
Thanks, fine. Yeah, I don't have a problem.
Yep.
And if by all means, if you gentlemen are here, come on in and we can let you explain what you all do to the students, and might have a better, you know, explanation than what I do sometimes. So thank you.
All right. Thanks, Jim.
Got budget meetings stacked 10:30, 11:30, 1:30 on Thursday. So. Basically the auditor.
I have a 1 o'clock commitment already. I have a 1 o'clock commitment.
What, and how many budget meetings do you have stacked in there?
We have two actual budget meetings, one at 1:30 is a budget meeting.
Okay, it's the insurance.
Insurance.
Because we've already got a budget meeting scheduled. So if we just we can do away with the workshop. It's up to you guys. And then continue with the budget meetings as planned. Or we can also discuss it afterwards.
Do you have anything on the workshop for Thursday?
We have. Angela also mentioned too, we can also go into the training for 15K.
We'll figure that out.
Okay.
Any other departmental reports? Jim, you got anything? All's good in the county.
The subcontractor is coming in to start the overlays that you already approved for the 5 roads to be paved. And we're mowing and catching up on all patching is all instead of being, so everything's going pretty well right now. Weather's cooperating.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Weather's getting better.
How's,
That was nice.
how's your equipment holding up as far as the mowing and everything? Trucks ready for the winter and
About the middle of October till the first week in November, we get all of the spreaders and plows all fitted and then take them off so they're ready to put right back on.
thank you.
Jim, I was on, Old Highway 100, just outside of Washington there. It looks like that's pretty much wrapped up now. Is that right?
Part of the project, because the Jersey barriers that are installed are only temporary in nature. I can't leave those there permanently. They're not as safe as guardrails.
Is that going to be around the telephone poles there also? Okay, sounds good. It's looking good there.
Anyone else?
Not I.
Any further discussion from the commission?
No, not I.
All good? Motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion to carries to adjourn. We are adjourned.